This fanfiction story is an original work created and scripted entirely from my own imagination. It is made solely for entertainment purposes and is not intended to harm or disrespect any idols mentioned.
The 28th floor boardroom was thick with tension, smelling of expensive cologne and lukewarm coffee. Around the mahogany table, a dozen executives sat rigidly, their nervous eyes darting between the presentation screen and the man at the head of the table. Jay hadn't touched his suit jacket. His white sleeves were rolled up to his elbows, exposing faint burn scars on his forearms, badges of honor from his early kitchen days. Fingers laced under his chin, his dark eyes were fixed on the glossy mock-up on screen. J Park's signature artisan truffle glaze. "We're looking at a Q4 global launch, chef," the marketing director stammered, adjusting his glasses. The focus groups loved the branding. "It feels premium, exclusive, and..." "It tastes like chemicals," Jay interrupted. His voice wasn't loud, but it cut through the room like a freshly sharpened chef's knife. The marketing director froze. Jay leaned forward, picking up a small, elegant sample spoon from the tray in front of him. He swirled the dark glaze around, his expression completely blank. "You increased the sodium benzoate to extend the shelf life for supermarket distribution, didn't you?" "Well, yes," the product developer chimed in nervously. "To make it viable for worldwide shipping to major retailers, we had to adjust the formula slightly." "You didn't adjust it. You ruined it," Jay said plainly, setting the spoon down with a soft clink that felt like a gavel striking a desk. "My name is on that bottle. When people buy this, they expect the quality of my kitchen. If I wanted to sell flavored corn syrup, I would have partnered with a fast food chain. Fix the stabilizers. Use the natural fermentation process we discussed in France, or kill the product entirely. We don't compromise." The executives nodded quickly, scribbling furious notes. Jay glanced at his watch, 5:45 p.m. He had a flight to Tokyo in less than 24 hours. A dinner service to oversee at his flagship restaurant in 40 minutes. And a mountain of anxiety knotting his stomach. His phone buzzed against the table. Jay's intense, unyielding glare softened instantly as his eyes caught the lock screen. It was a text from you. "Yanen. Hey, big chef. I know you're in meetings all day, but don't forget to eat something real, okay? Not just tasting spoons. See you at home tonight?" A faint, barely perceptible smile tugged at the corner of Jay's lips. The kind of soft, genuine expression none of these corporate executives had ever seen on his face. The rigid posture he held all day relaxed just a fraction. He stood up, grabbing his jacket off the chair. "Meeting adjourned," Jay announced, wrapping the jacket over his arm. "Have the new samples on my desk by Monday morning." Without waiting for their goodbyes, he walked out of the boardroom. The terrifying, untouchable Chef Jay was officially off the clock. Now he just wanted to get through dinner service and go home to his wife. At their penthouse, Jay swiped his keycard, and the heavy oak door of their penthouse clicked open. The quiet luxury of the apartment was a stark contrast to the chaotic kitchen he had just escaped. Stepping into the foyer, his eyes instantly found you. The exhausted, sharp line of his shoulders dropped the moment he saw your face, and a soft, tired smile broke across his lips. Before he could even loosen his tie, you were guiding him over to the living room sofa, gently pushing him down into the plush cushions. You handed him a chilled glass of water, brushing a stray lock of hair from his forehead. "Go freshen up after you drink this," you said softly, looking at him with concern. "Did you actually eat anything today? Or was it just corporate meetings and tasting spoons again?" Jay took a slow sip, his dark eyes locking onto yours with a playful glint. "I was missing you too much, so I wrapped things up and came home quick." You felt your cheeks warm up, scoffing gently as you took the empty glass from his hands. "If that's the case, I'll make you dinner tonight. The Min YN special." Jay let out a sudden, genuine laugh, leaning back against the cushions. It was a well-known fact in your circle, and honestly, to anyone who knew the Park family, that you were the complete opposite of a culinary genius. Having grown up sheltered, you were basically a princess who had never really had to lift a finger, let alone cook a full meal. To say cooking was out of your comfort zone was an understatement. You could barely manage toast without a Meyer crisis. The ENHYPEN special? Jay teased, a smirk tugging at his lips as he looked up at you. Should I have my restaurant's emergency medical team on standby? Or are we just aiming for edible tonight? Hey, you gasped, playfully swatting his shoulder. I can handle a kitchen. Just because my husband is a world-famous chef doesn't mean I can't boil some pasta. Right, because last time you tried to boil pasta, you forgot the water, he reminded you, his eyes crinkling with deep affection. That was one time, you insisted, crossing your arms and puffing out your cheeks. Go wash up. I am making dinner, and you are going to eat every single bite. Amused and completely charmed, Jay raised his hands in mock surrender. All right. The kitchen is all yours, Chef YN. Show me what you've got. 10 minutes later, Jay walked out of the bedroom wearing a soft gray hoodie and sweatpants. The intimidating global chef was completely gone, replaced by a relaxed, domestic version of himself that only you ever got to see. As he approached the open-concept kitchen, he stopped in his tracks, leaning against the marble kitchen island with his arms crossed. A look of pure, amused disbelief took over his face. The kitchen looked like a mild war zone.
There was flour dusted lightly across the counter, a jar of store-bought marinara sauce sitting open, and you were currently standing in front of a boiling pot of water, staring at a box of spaghetti like it was a complex math equation. You had wrapped one of his oversized professional white aprons around yourself, and it hung so low it nearly hit your ankles. Everything going according to plan, princess? Jay asked, his voice dripping with fondness. You jumped slightly, turning around with a wooden spoon held like a weapon. A stray smudge of tomato sauce was pushed right onto your cheek. Yes, do not come over here. A true chef doesn't like people hovering in their workspace. My mistake, he chuckled, raising his hands. He didn't move though. He just stayed there, his gaze softening as he watched you carefully drop the noodles into the pot, treating each strand like it was made of glass. You stirred the pot with absolute intensity, entirely focused on not ruining the ENHYPEN special. Suddenly, you felt a warm chest press against your back. Two strong arms slid around your waist, and Jay rested his chin gently on your shoulder. The clean scent of his shower soap mixed with the smell of the simmering sauce. Jay, I told you to stay back, you complained half-heartedly, but you couldn't help leaning into his touch. You're going to throw off my culinary genius. I just wanted to make sure my wife didn't set the penthouse on fire, he murmured against your neck, his lips brushing your skin as he spoke. He reached out, his large hand covering yours on the wooden spoon, gently guiding your movements to stir the pasta correctly. And I missed you. You melted a little, letting him take over the stirring while you turned your head to look at him. You see me every day. Not enough, Jay whispered, his dark eyes looking down at you with a rare, raw vulnerability. Tomorrow, I'm on a plane to Tokyo. Tonight, I just want to be right here. He turned you around in his arms, ignoring the bubbling pot entirely, and captured your lips in a slow, deep kiss that tasted like home. The sweet romantic moment was abruptly cut short by a sharp sizzling sound behind them. Jay, the sauce, you gasped, pulling away. In your distraction, the store-bought marinara had begun to aggressively bubble over, splattering bright red drops all over the pristine white marble stovetop. To make matters worse, the pasta water was foaming wildly, threatening to extinguish the flame. You panicked, grabbing a dish towel and flailing toward the stove, but Jay was already moving. With the lightning-fast reflexes of a man who had survived 1,000 high-stress dinner services, he calmly slid past you. In 2 smooth motions, he turned down the heat on both burners and lifted the pot off the flame. He looked at the splattered stove, then at the box of spaghetti, half of which was still sticking straight up out of the water, completely uncooked. Finally, he looked at you. You were standing there holding a wooden spoon, a guilty, pouty expression on your face, with pasta sauce now not just on your cheek, but also dotting your oversized apron. Jay stared for a beat, and then he burst out laughing. It wasn't the polite laugh he gave to journalists. It was a loud, shoulder-shaking laugh that came straight from his chest. Hey, don't laugh, you whined, crossing your arms. I told you your hovering would ruin my culinary genius. Princess, your noodles are half raw and half mush, Jay wheezed, wiping a tear from his eye as he stepped closer. He took the wooden spoon from your hand and tossed it into the sink. Then, using the edge of his thumb, he gently wiped the smudge of sauce off your cheek, his touch incredibly tender. But I appreciate the hustle. I wanted to make you a proper meal before your flight, you admitted softly, your shoulders slumping. You're always taking care of everyone else's palates.
I wanted to take care of yours. Jay's laughter faded, replaced by a gaze so warm it could melt winter.
He wrapped his arms around your waist, pulling your front against his chest.
You do take care of me, UN, just by being here.
He kissed the tip of your nose. Now sit at the island. Let a professional salvage the Min UN special.
1 week later, the penthouse's quiet intimacy was replaced by the bright studio lights of a high-profile talk show.
Jay and you sat side by side on a plush velvet couch, facing a prominent interviewer. Jay looked effortlessly sharp in a tailored black blazer, but his large hand was firmly anchored over yours, his thumb casually rubbing soothing circles over your knuckles.
So, Chef Park, the interviewer beamed, leaning forward. You fed presidents, royalty, and the toughest critics on the planet. But the world wants to know, what does dinner look like at home? Who cooks for the power couple? Jay let out a soft chuckle, cutting his eyes toward you with a thoroughly amused, teasing glint. Well, we recently debuted a very exclusive dish in our kitchen. It's called the Min UN Special. You gasped softly, your face heating up as you playfully tried to pull your hand away. But Jay only tightened his grip, grinning widely. Oh, what does that entail? The interviewer asked, thoroughly intrigued. It entails an entire box of dry spaghetti, a jar of store-bought marinara bubbling over like a volcano, and my wife staring at a pot of boiling water like it's a complex math equation, Jay teased smoothly, completely ignoring your light nudge to his ribs. Everyone knows UN grew up as a total princess. Cooking is entirely out of her context. She tried to boil pasta and managed to leave half the noodles raw and the other half like mush. The live studio audience erupted into a collective awe and light laughter. You rolled your eyes playfully, turning to the camera. I just wanted to make him a nice meal before his flight. A true chef doesn't appreciate someone hovering in their workspace, which he did. I had to hover to save my kitchen from burning down, Jay shot back, his deep voice rich with affection. The banter was effortless, but then Jay's demeanor shifted. The playful smirk faded into something incredibly gentle. He turned his body slightly more toward you, his dark eyes locking onto yours, completely forgetting the cameras were even rolling. But honestly, Jay said, his voice dropping to a softer, sincere register that echoed through the studio microphones. I spend my whole life creating perfect plates for people I barely know. It gets exhausting. But when I come home to her, even if the food is a total disaster, she's the only one who actually feeds my soul. I don't care if she can't cook a single thing for the rest of our lives. I just need her there. You felt a lump form in your throat, giving his hand a tight emotional squeeze as a soft murmur ran through the audience. By the time the episode aired that evening, the internet officially collapsed. Within minutes, clips of the interview went completely viral across every social media platform. The hashtag #TheMinYNS Special trended worldwide at #1, right alongside hashtag #GoalCouples. Fans were clipping the exact moment Jay's intense, untouchable celebrity chef persona melted the second he looked at you. At user1, the way Jay looks at Yoren is insane. He's a Michelin-starred chef, but he'd happily eat burnt toast if she made it. At user2, I feed the world, but she feeds my soul. I'm crying in the club RN. If my future husband isn't obsessed with my flaws, like Jay is with Yoren's princess habits, I don't want it. At user3, they are literally the blueprint, the ultimate power couple, but so domestic and real behind closed doors. Locked away in the quiet safety of your penthouse, your phone was blowing up with endless notifications. Jay was already fast asleep on the couch, his head heavy in your lap.
completely content, while you gently ran your fingers through his hair.